What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, this video is gonna be specific. Today, I wanna take you guys through the Alphalete summer launch. Now, one thing I do wanna highlight about this launch, Alphalete is getting away from the launch over launch over launch over launch every single month. Now, what they are doing is creating launches that are more focused towards seasons. And with that being said, that means they're gonna be dropping tons of items whenever a launch comes into play. So I highly recommend you guys take your notes, sit back and relax as we break down every single item that is utilized within this launch. Now, there's a few things here that I wanna highlight. Alphalete is breaking this launch up into 6 segments. We have performance, we have ozone, which makes up the majority of this launch, but we also have oversized tees, we have graphic tees, and of course, something that I'm very excited to bring to you guys, which is gonna be the swimwear and also some of the accessories. So again, sit back, relax, take some notes, and enjoy this haul. First up on the docks, we have the Ozone long sleeve tee. Now, one of the few things here I wanna highlight first is the material. Guys, the material is absolutely amazing. I want you guys to think dry fit, but more breathable. This long sleeve tee comes in 4 different colors. You have white, Atlantic blue, cedar, and black. Now what you guys see me rocking today is the cedar. Not only is it extremely accentuated to my skin tone, but it's unique. Next up, we have the short sleeve version of the long sleeve version. Somehow we're gonna make that make sense. But guys, one thing I will say again about the Ozone collection, the breathable material is what makes this. Now, as you guys can see, it stretches, but at the same time, it's still very form-fitting. Accentuates the back very well, especially if you haven't skipped the back day. And overall, guys, this is more of a comfort wear, especially if you're somebody like me who lives in a hot climate place. Highly recommend it. Make sure you put deodorant on when you use it because it is very form-fitting, but it also accentuates the body, as you guys can tell, very well. And in the short sleeve version, it also comes in 4 different colorways. You have white, pistachio, carbon, and black. Now, my personal favorite is the carbon, which you see me wearing now, but also the pistachio. Reason being, it's extremely unique color, and it's something that I highly recommend, especially if you're somebody who is in a warmer climate, summer-focused look. It's one of my favorites to date. Now, last but certainly not least, for the Ozone collection, we have the cutoff. Now, like I mentioned before, guys, Alphalete is well known for their unique colorways. But one thing I do want to say, especially about the Ozone, yes, it is very well fitting, but at the same time, if you're somebody like me who tends to be a little bit more nipply when it comes to, tighter shirts, I highly recommend you guys going in one of the darker colorways compared to one of the lighter ones. So for this launch, this tank comes in white, gingerbread, lavender, and black. Now, if you're somebody like me, like I mentioned, I'd highly recommend going with the black, and you'll make sure you'll be able to hide any kind of imperfections you may have right around that chest area. Now, moving over to the performance side of the launch, of course, we're starting off with my favorite item, which is the men's stringers. Guys, this item comes in 2 different styles. We have the simple Alphalete Dynasty logo, and then of course, we also have the in stringer number 2. The only difference between 1 and 2 is the actual size of the logo. Both stringers are still 94% cotton, 6% spandex, and the main difference between these stringers compared to normal stringers are the fact that they're still form-fitting, guys. This isn't just cotton thrown together and you go to the gym, you sweat it out. This is breathable. It allows you to move comfortably throughout the gym. When you sweat, it'll show, but at the same time, it won't hold you down. I highly recommend it, guys. My favorite item of this launch. Next up on the docks, we have the men's Dynasty cutoff. 96% cotton, 6% spandex, cool to the touch. And again, what you guys see me rocking here first is the black with the white emblems. Next color up, we have the sage. Now with the sage color, it's the combination of light green, but also forest green to make up a very unique color. Next up, we have the color rust, one of my favorite colors of this entire launch. It's unique, it's a combination of almost like mustard, yellow, brown. It's one of my favorites, guys. Last but certainly not least, we have the blackout. Now, the main difference between this and the black are simply the black on black logos compared to the black on white. One of the coolest items of this launch, even though it isn't as in your face, it stands out. And next up, we have the men's core tee. Now, guys, I want to take a quick second. This isn't going to be one of those hauls where it's drawn out and there's a lot of nothing being said. The simple fact is a lot of what you see throughout this launch, materials are very similar to each other. Honestly, they're the exact same for the majority of them. Now, with that being said, it doesn't take away from the value of the material that is actually going into it, but for this haul purpose, I don't want to drag it out. So I want to highlight some of the reasons why I actually like this colorway, my favorite, and then I'm going to move on and highlight some of the other items that are a little bit more different and unique that you guys might want to be a little bit more privy to before you go and purchase. So again, the men's core tee. The best part about this, like the last item I had, it's the black on black, one of the most unique and again, stand out, but also not in your face type of style. So one of my favorites when it comes to the colorways, matches the new tattoo very well. And again, and last up for the performance side of this launch, we have the Dynasty long sleeve tee. Now, very different than the core long sleeve tee, which I highlighted earlier. Main difference between the two is the material. As you guys have noticed, the last one was more of a dry fit focused, hone in, tight, see every single striation type of shirt. This one is a little bit heavier, more relaxed. It is still tight, form fitting, as you can see. We still shape very well, but at the same time, I think this one is a little bit more casual and more focused towards if you guys want to use it for more versatility going out, you know, everywhere really outside of the gym. I think this tee is going to be exactly what you're looking for. We have the very simplistic logo here on the left chest, and the coolest part about this, I guess you would simply say, is it's universal. This is something you can use, you know, anywhere. This is something you can travel with. This is something, you know, you can be in a colder climate weather in and actually, you know, be warm. Now to really wrap up the performance side, I want you guys to imagine this shirt cut off with no sleeves. That is the men's Dynasty short sleeve version of this shirt. It's something that, again, same material, same fit, and it is still something that's a little bit more universal than the men's core that I highlighted earlier. It's that simple. One of the cool little details that Alphalete puts on their clothes. Nobody likes hanging tags, and when you rip it too hard, sometimes it actually rips the shirt, but Alphalete thinks ahead. So lastly, guys, actually not lastly, but very close to lastly, I want to highlight the long sleeve, or better yet, the oversized portion of this launch. Guys, one thing I will say, and you know, if I had to be 100% transparent, this isn't my favorite item that Alphalete is coming out with. Now, reason being, guys, I love oversized, but this isn't really oversized to me, right? So it is a little bit shorter here on the arms. So I know more traditional style oversized would be more down to the elbow, but again, it's still very comfortable. I actually wore this to the airport last time I hopped on a plane, and again, I didn't sweat. It wasn't anything like, you know, I was uncomfortable. I felt claustrophobic on the airplane. This is something, again, it was breathable, I was comfortable in, and the only thing I would change, again, is a more of the longer sleeve and maybe a longer at the torso, but still a hell of an item. And if you guys do end up getting this, I promise you, you won't be disappointed. But I just wanted to let you guys know what you're getting into prior to actually purchasing it, because sometimes when people think oversized, they think, you know, slightly different. Actually, you know what, better yet, I'll just show you like this. Now, this is what I would consider a more traditional style of an oversized. Now, this is my preference. This is perfect for pump covers. It's also very comfortable. Now, pros and cons, right? Depending on the material, depending on the way you wash, sometimes it can shrink. So if you might want to size up. For me personally, I'm wearing a XL. I could probably fit a double XL in this, but overall, this is definitely more my style. Again, longer at the elbows, longer in the torso, and just almost more of a relaxed fit, something you can wear to sleep, something you can also wear as a comfort as you're traveling to the airport. It's, again, more of a newer style that's being adapted, and Alphalete is 1000% going with that wave. And just wait till you guys see some of the future oversized tees that are currently already in Christian's brain. I did get an opportunity to sneak on and see what was already, you know, being formulated, and it's awesome. So again, guys, this is also releasing this launch. This is the Learn More, Dream More, Be More tee, and this is the first time Alphalete is actually putting an oversized tee on a website for everyone to buy before they just put it at Alphalete. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm gonna take a little bit of credit for this because I definitely put the bug in the Christian's ear to put these to the mass market, not just Alphalete, because I guaranteed him there would be a market for it. So make sure if you guys use my code ALEXTOPLYN at checkout and you purchase this item, make sure you also tag Christian, because I wanna make sure that what I said isn't wrong. So let's run this one up, guys. And last, I keep saying last, but certainly not least. But I don't think every time I say that it's actually the last item. But we're gonna stay with it. Last, but certainly not least, guys. At least for the main items that are releasing for this launch, we have the studio shorts. Now, a few things, guys. This is a 6-inch seam, okay? So they sit just above the knee by about 2-3 inches, depending on how long and fat your kneecap is. So again, it's something where it doesn't yank up too high, but it also fits very comfortably. And it also has a reflective panel here on the right leg. So if you are somebody who likes to utilize running outside or just being outside at night, it's gonna help keep you protected, make sure no crazy drivers are, you know, coming your way. And if so, you gotta make sure you're agile. But again, guys, one of actually my favorite items, I said that again, but guys, there's so many damn cool options this launch, but put it this way, this is definitely one of Christian's favorite items. He took so much time designing this. They're coming for me. He took so much time designing this, and I actually remember we were in Dallas and he was putting the final touches on these items specifically, and the turnaround time had to be very fast because he was just being a perfectionist, and it took him so damn long to actually approve after, you know, some of the corrections. And this is coming out in 9 different colors, and it's so cool to see Alphalete continuously branch out in different ways. They've always been known as a fitness-focused brand, especially mainly focused towards the gym. So now branching out more into like a running type, you know, vibe. It's really cool, man. And again, I'm not somebody who loves to wear shorts. I don't have the biggest legs ever, but at the same time, you know, these are comfortable. You know, they're lightweight, they're not heavy, and sometimes I even forget that I'm wearing pants. Oh, shit. Cut. Actually, the final item of this launch, guys, the swimwear. Now again, Alphalete is branching out. They've never done this before, but they're doing it now. So with that being said, guys, check out the unique colorways that are within every single, let me fix this here for you, that are within every single swim trunk. We have the simple black, sleek, the unique. We also have the orange on supersetted with the blue, tri-setted with the white, and of course what we have on here. I'm also missing the light blue supersetted with pink, but that's also a very cool color. And we'll put all the colors here so you guys can have a better understanding of what they look like. But these are 5.5 inch seam, so just about ½ inch different than the last shorts that I showed you. And it makes sense, guys. Like, when it comes to swim trunks, I don't like my swim trunks being too low. I like them being comfortably high. I like to show off a little bit of leg, even though I don't have much quad. And they fit, man. I'm about to head out to Mexico, me and Juan, to shoot a lot of travel content. And you better believe that you guys are gonna see tons of content in these shorts. Now, to wrap up the launch, we have the final accessory, the new slides. Get off. Now, these are also coming out in 3 different color waves, but I'm gonna highlight the black ones here for you guys. The coolest part about this is the cushion foam within this. If you are a competitor, you guys understand how it is to be backstage, right? You wanna keep your slides on, especially right before you go on stage to keep your body temperature warm. Do it in style. Highly recommend it, guys. Also, summer's coming up. If you're not a competitor, make the investment. It's well worth it. All right, guys, outside of that, I wanna thank you guys for watching this haul. We tried to make it a little bit different, a little bit more fun, but at the same time, not too, you know, boring or drawn out. I appreciate you guys more than you know. If you guys can, use my code ALEXTOPLYN at checkout. You guys can now save 10% off. Before, you guys simply put my code in as a support for me, and it meant the world, and it got me to where I am now. You know, contract after contract extension to now being a big part of this brand, and it's literally a damn dream come true. And I know a lot of you guys who may be watching this want to become an Alphalete athlete one day, and I'm telling you this right now. 3 years ago, before I signed my first ever contract with Alphalete, I never thought in a million years I'd be in a position where I'm at now. So you don't know what you can do, just follow your passion, head down, hood up mentality and run through every damn wall that life throws at you, because who knows, you know, in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, a few months, you don't know where you're gonna be. So again, guys, I appreciate it. If you guys can like, subscribe, share the video to a friend who may need this, who might need to up their wardrobe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.